Okay, girlies, it is time to plan for 2024. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jenshaw and I make content for all the girlies who are trying to thrive in their early 20s. If you watched my last video, we talked about how we're going to become well put together girls in 2024. If you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that video because 2024 is the year that we get our stuff together, okay? Now, in this video, we are going to talk about what that looks like on paper and how we can make our lives and ourselves more put together using our planners, our goals, and all of those amazing, wonderful, beautiful things. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to give it to you step by step. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to give you all the details. I'm going to give you everything that you need to know. Buckle up, get paper and pencil, or get your laptop, or get your iPad, whatever it is you use to plan out your life, and let's get into it, okay? So, first things first, I always say this. I said it in my last video, I've said it in older videos. Set your intention. Imagine trying to get somewhere that you've never been before with no direction. Imagine you're going somewhere new and you don't have a GPS to use. Does that make sense? No. In this new year, right, we have new goals, new places that we want to go, new things that we want to achieve. We have to give ourselves directions to get there. We have to set the parameters. It can be a word, it can be a phrase, it could be a song, it could be a scripture, but you need something that's going to sum up what you're desiring for this year, and it needs to be something that you can go back to throughout the year. 12 months is a very long time. Every now and then you're going to need to have your word, your phrase, your song, it's whatever your intention is to go back to help motivate you, to help inspire you, to help keep you going. All right, so it's so important that you set that intention, that you know what that anchor is for you this year. Next, we are going to set yearly goals. Now these are the big goals. We know that we have 5 areas of our life that we should be attending to and focusing on. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, that means you didn't watch the video before this. So go watch the video before this. We have 5 areas of our life that we are focusing on, and we're going to give each area a big goal, and we want to make sure that it is a SMART goal. SMART goals are specific, they're measurable, they're attainable or achievable, they're realistic or relevant, and they are timely. So an example of this, one of my personal finance goals is to pay off my private student loans. That's what I want to do, but that's not really a SMART goal, okay? It's not specific or measurable or any of that stuff, but we can turn it into a SMART goal. And listen to how I did it. By December 2024, I want to lower my student loan total from $12,000 to $10,000 by adding an extra $300 to my monthly payment. So it's specific. I am specifically saying what I want to do and how I'm going to do it. So that also brings in that measurable part. I can measure how I reach this goal by looking at the total that I have at the end of the year, and if the total has gone down by $2,000, then I know I have hit my goal. It's also achievable because I'm only adding an extra payment of $300, and knowing my finances, I know that that is something that I can do. It's relevant because, well, I have loans and they need to be paid off, so. And then it's timely. I gave it a time frame, okay, by 2024. We are going to go through all of the areas of our life. We are going to set a SMART goal for all those areas using that same kind of template. So after we have made our big yearly goals, now we are going to break the year down into smaller goals. You guys have probably heard of this. TikTok, YouTube, all over the place. You're gonna break your year into quarters. And this is what a lot of people who are actually effective and achieve their goals, this is what a lot of them do. Instead of looking at the year in 12 months, they look at the year in 4 3-month sections, okay? So you have 4 quarters and each quarter is 3 months long. I'm telling you, planning this way is so great, and that's why so many people are talking about it, because it just makes your goals more bite-sized, it's easier to manage, and it's easier to digest, and it's easier to achieve them. What I did is I went through and I've created a set of goals for quarter 1. That's January, February, March. I created a set of goals, and then I'm going to work to achieve those goals, and then quarter 2, I'm going to reflect and then change up the goals or make new goals depending on how the quarter went. Okay, so for quarter 1 goals need to be achieved by April. And then same thing, quarter 2, April, May, June, and then the goals need to be achieved by July, so on and so forth. Let's just talk about quarter 1. So you are going to write in your planner, on your iPad, on your laptop. I use Notion. If you don't use Notion, Notion's a really good platform to use. But you are going to write quarter 1 goals. You are going to write your 5 areas, and then you are going to write your goals for that quarter for that area. I'm going to keep using the area of my finances as an example for this video, and I'm going to put my Notion up on the screen so you guys can see. All right, so as you can see, I have quarter 1 goals typed out, and then I have the area of my finances. Okay, it says finance in big letters. My goals for quarter 1 in the area of finances for my life is to reconfigure my budget, to pay off my credit card debt, and to pay off my Sallie Mae loans. Okay, that's my private student loans. Those are 3 goals that I came up with, and then I gave each goal to a specific month to work on it and complete it. The first goal, reconfigure my budget, that's my goal for January. The next goal, pay off credit card debt, that's my goal for February. My third goal for the quarter, start paying off my Sallie Mae loans. That's gonna start in March. All right, now we're gonna get even more detailed. Goal 1 for the quarter, I gave it to January, right? So my goal in January is going to be to reconfigure my budget. Then I'm going to write the exact steps that I need to do for that. I need to add in the extra expenses that I'm gaining this year because I'm doing more things. And then I also want to create a plan for my disposable income, money that I have left over after my expenses. So those are 2 steps, 2 actionable steps that I need to do in order to reach my goal. Then I'm going to type that out in my Notion or in wherever I'm planning. So goal 1, reconfigure budget. Actionable step number 1 is to add in extra expenses and then make a plan for extra money, right? So investing in a Roth IRA or courses on content creation. Okay, so that's for goal 1. I'm gonna go through and do the same thing for goal 2 and goal 3. All right, so that is how I plan my quarterly goals. It is very detailed, it's very specific, but being this specific and being this detailed actually makes it easier because once you have all of it planned out, all you have to do is follow the steps. So we are going to take our quarter goals and we are going to make our monthly goal list, and we kind of already did that, but I showed you how in January the quarter goal that I'm going to work on in January is to reconfigure my budget. When I go to make my January goals list, that's just what I'm going to put in my finance area, right? In my fitness and health area, whatever the quarter goal is for January, that's what I'm going to write. And then the same thing for the rest of the areas. That is how we do it at the monthly level, and I'll put up a picture so you can see what that looks like. All right, so we went yearly, quarterly, monthly, now we're going weekly, and that's where our weekly planners come in. I do my weekly planning on paper, everything else is digital. I take my planner and I go through and I write in how all of these goals show up on a weekly basis. I also put into place systems within my weekly routine that help me achieve these goals. So you just take your monthly goals and you just insert them into your calendar. My quarter 1 finance goal was to reconfigure my budget. In January, I'm going to do that by adding in the extra expenses into my budget and making a plan for the extra money that I have. I am going to write in the day that I am going to sit down, add the expenses into my budget. I'm going to pick a day in January and I'm going to plan out when I'm going to do that. I've decided that I'm going to do that around my payday in January. And then I'm going to plan out a day in my planner where I'm going to sit and come up with a plan for the rest of the money that I have. So we're seeing how this all comes together. I'm going to give you one more example just in case you're confused. This last example, here we go. This is going to be in the personal area of my life. My yearly goal. By December 2024, I want to have more experiences by traveling to 3 to 5 places and going on 1 monthly solo date. Big yearly goal. The quarter goal, I want to go on 1 solo date in January, February, and March. The monthly goal is in January, I want to go on a solo movie date. Then the weekly goal is on January 12th, I'm going to take myself to the movies to watch one of the recent movies. That is another example of how we take our goals, we break them down so that we can actually achieve them. So are we seeing it? Are we seeing how it comes together? We start big and then get smaller and smaller and smaller until we can actually do the stuff that we dream and that we plan to do. Like, this stuff gets me so excited. It's just so amazing. Like, this is how we become put together, and this is how we just live amazing, fun, happy, great lives. If you're still watching this far in the video, I'm going to quickly run through what my Q1 goals are. So, finances, we already talked about it. Reconfigure my budget, paying off my debt. Fitness, I want to start eating healthier, more balanced meals. I also want to get 30 minutes of movement 1 to 2 times a week. In the area of my career, and also I put my content creation in this area, I want to look into getting my master's, and then I want to consistently upload 1 video every week, and then 3 pieces of content on Instagram and TikTok every week. 8th, I want to go to church consistently, so every Sunday, and then I want to start doing nightly devotionals after work. My personal life, I want to start having more experiences, as we talked about. I want to also plan my birthday, and then I also want to travel. All right, so there it is. That is how you set and actually achieve your goals, and that is how you can plan for your year. 2024, we can actually like become more put together and be more in control of how we live and be more intentional with our lives, especially as young people, as girlies in our early 20s. And this is how we do it, okay? We got to get really disciplined and really detailed in how we plan and achieve our goals. So if you liked this video, which I hope you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you share this video with somebody that you know. I know that you can think of a couple of your friends or family members who need to set some goals and who need some help in that area. So make sure you're showing them this video so that they can start winning in life too, especially if they're in their early 20s like we are. My content from now on is going to be all about how we can begin to cultivate and develop our different areas of our life, and so I'm so excited for what's to come. I can't wait for us to just grow and just be productive and flourishing young ladies. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.